Well, I don't know if I'll let it out on cue.
Okay, sometime in the next 7 minutes.
Yes, I'll let my burp out.
Okay, I'm excited. That's something to look forward to. Hi, welcome to Thanks Academy, the podcast where we watch all the Best Picture winners in random order with random friends. And today's random friend is Christina Parrish.
Hi.
Hi. Damn it, I thought you were going to burp right then.
No, I wanted to. Oh. I just couldn't.
Oh, well, thank you for trying.
Yeah, of course.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm scrolling, doing things. It's fucking hot.
You're scrolling? Is that what you just said?
I don't know. It was just a time, it was like my metaphor for moving through time.
It is. It's like our primary verb now.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do all day? Mostly scroll.
Mostly scroll.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes with my finger, sometimes with my thumb.
Sometimes with my tongue. How are you?
I wish I was doing that well. I don't think I'm scrolling enough. Or getting scrolled, maybe.
Ooh, in your vampire den.
This is not a vampire den.
Not yet.
Stop spreading that rumor. Okay, so what are we going to watch today?
We're going to watch Rain Man.
We're going to watch Rain Man.
We're going to watch Rain Man. I've never seen it.
That's amazing. Okay, this is one that
Karina's jaw just dropped to the floor.
It did, on the floor of my vampire den, which is all the other vampires are like, yummy. Because they love body parts.
Are you still in, being with your kids mode?
Yes.
All the vampires are like, yummy.
My kids were just here, so I am halfway in, entertain a 7-year-old mode.
No.
But it's perfect, because you're here. So.
Yes. True. I mean, I'm easily that enthused.
Oh, totally. Me too. This is going to be a weird watch. So you've never... first of all, a miracle of miracles, you've never seen Rain Man.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've only heard people talk about it.
Yeah, you've probably heard the impressions.
Like what?
Okay. I'm not going to read it for you.
Okay.
So there's one thing that Dustin Hoffman's character says in this movie that everybody...
Oh, Dustin Hoffman's in it.
Yeah.
I didn't look up anything.
No, I like this. This is great. This is exactly what I'm going
I love
for.
Dustin.
Yeah. So he does one thing that everybody, when they think of Red Man, they do it's the hack impression. And you'll see, when you see it, I'm pretty sure you'll know it, even though you didn't know it had anything to do
Yeah.
with this. What do you think it's about?
What I think, I thought that Rain Man was that movie where Adam Sandler gets real sad, not Punch Drunk Love, but the other one where he's is it Adam Sandler where he's in the streets and there's this guy who keeps popping up ever so often, right? Do you know what movie I'm talking about? He sees a movie theater, there's a movie shot in New York City.
No idea what you're talking about.
I'm
sure it's real.
It is real. But I don't know if it's Adam Sandler, but I always did think that Rain Man is an Adam Sandler movie where he's a little bit dumb.
That's actually not far off. That's really it. I mean, Adam Sandler was barely born when this movie was made. Well, no, actually, he was already doing comedy because this was 1988. Okay. So he's not in it. He's too baby.
Right. But Dustin Hoffman is in it.
Dustin Hoffman's definitely in it. You know who the other person is in this?
Who?
Tom Cruise.
My boy.
Yeah. This is so exciting. Tommy Cruise.
Tommy Cruise is in this?
At the height of his fucking 80s-ness.
Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman.
In an Academy Award-winning picture.
Now that's...
I know.
Comedy.
And I think it's been so long. I haven't seen this since 1989 or whatever. But I do think there are some other famous people in this. We'll find out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
I can't wait because I'm now I feel after seeing once I see this I feel I'll be in the know.
Sure.
About anybody who does that impression or whatever it is, and then I can start quoting it.
You can be the person who brings it back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh yeah, I remember when we were all into saying that 20 years ago.
And then I start doing impressions on stage.
Yeah.
And then you are the curse that made me into a hack comic.
Yes.
Into the future.
But the cycle continues because somewhere there's a 12-year-old who in 10 years will start doing comedy and they'll start doing Borat impressions and it'll annoy you.
Oh, that's true.
So like it always
comes back. There's always someone getting on the roller coaster.
That's true.
Yeah.
This awful, terrible roller coaster that we call impressions.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so now you know it's not an Adam Sandler movie.
Right, yes.
You know Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman are in it, and it's called Rain Man. What do you think it's about now?
I feel like Dustin Hoffman is going to be dumb. Is he dumb?
Close enough.
Yeah, I feel like Dustin Hoffman was, no, I'm thinking of Sean Penn. Sorry. I always get them confused sometimes.
Oh, like from Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah, or like I Am Sam.
Oh, that kind of, okay. Yes.
I thought Rain Man was something like I Am Sam.
Yes. It is something like that. Yes, for sure.
Okay, cool.
And I feel like that was the pitch for I Am Sam.
Yeah.
When like they were making it, they're like something like Rain Man.
With a little pretty girl in it.
With a little pretty girl in it? How do we know there's not a little pretty girl in here? Tom Cruise is in it.
Oh, that's true.
You know, he's a little pretty girl.
He really is.
In the 80s? Oh my god.
God, he really wanted, like...
Such good hair.
He really wants to, like, come out to being...
Guns a-blazing?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
What else is there to cover? Okay, so we're pretty sure Dustin Hoffman's going to be dumb, and that Tom Cruise is going to be pretty.
Yeah.
I had this soundtrack on cassette when I was growing up. It's got a fantastic soundtrack.
Oh, wow.
There are a couple songs.
That must have been like 30 years ago.
20, 30, yes. It was 30 years
ago. No, I was unexpectedly right.
This movie is literally 30 years old this year. Yeah, good job.
Oh, no. You're still shining.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, yes.
I'm a shining star.
You are.
This soundtrack has some killer songs in it. And I'm excited to see if you recognize
any of the songs.
Because they're like 80s.
Like hits?
Kind of, but like not in like you go to an 80s dance and they're gonna play it, like the DJ is gonna like pop it on,
right?
Anything, or not like it's ever been sampled by P Diddy.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Or Jamie XX.
Right. I don't know whoever that is. Thank you for helping me connect to a younger crowd.
No.
Only old people listen to this podcast. It's about Oscars, and who cares? And old movies. Okay, anyway. That's it. That's all I'm excited for. I just want to do it. I'm ready to dig in. Let's go. Rain Man?
Let's Rain Man.
Let's Rain Man. Wasn't that like how all dates go? I mean, I see what
maybe 30 years ago. I got you.
Oh, God damn it.
No,
this is going to be fun.
No, you can get me.
Okay, I'll get you next time.
No.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely the 80s. I think a laser just was on screen.
It reminds, you know how whenever you would watch, like, was it VHS or something, or it'd be like it was like old movies had that intro with, like, I don't know if it was Miramax or whatever.
Yeah, a Touchstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touchstone. It was, like, so old looking. There's Dustin.
Well, there's his name. Look, Dustin Hoffman getting billing over Tom Cruise.
I know, that's badass. Yeah. Hell yeah. Simple font. I like it.
This is a Star Wars movie? What the hell is that?
It's a floating car. But why is it floating? What? Oh, wow. Daddy.
We start with a Tom Cruise crotch shot.
Did he just get that car, I guess?
I guess. Is he gonna drive it off the crane thing?
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't believe the cars looked that nice back then.
It's not that long ago. This isn't like World War II or something.
I thought everybody had to do the Flintstone stuff back then.
Sorry, I forgot who I was talking to.
A nice person?
Yeah, what the fuck? Where are they driving?
Who had that many wind turbines in the 80s? I guess California?
Yeah, I didn't know people cared about the Earth's atmosphere stuff.
Maybe those are bird killers.
Welcome to the land of bird killing.
What's up? I'm cool.
I'm cool. I'm wearing shades of my dad's Fune.
That's Fune. That is a shiny suit.
I like how he stands far away from the burial.
Like how he locked his girl in the car.
Yeah. Like a damn dog.
Yeah, did you crack a window, Tom? She's French. She'll die. She can't sweat.
Oh, the French can't sweat.
Go over the details of the will with him tonight.
That's why they're so pretty.
Really? I would have believed you.
Oh, that was my chance, you're saying? Where are they going?
Do you think Tom Cruise was in Scientology when he made this movie? Like when he was in it?
I think so. I think he got in kind of early in his career.
Is the guy who owns Scientology, is that, what's his name, Greg?
L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Guggard? Or Chug-a-lug lug.
L. Ron Juggalo.
This car my whole life. Rode it once.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, wow. He's not a nice guy. Hey, you should leave him.
How did it go?
I kind of feel bad for Tom.
I got what I expected.
I guess. Why?
He's just...
He didn't get to drive his daddy's car.
He
so
didn't get
threw
to
a
drive
fit?
his dad's car. Obviously, he grew up pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
He lost sort of... His dad tried to teach him hard work and hard rules. But he's a little brat and he doesn't notice that.
Yeah.
And now in the will, he's going to get the repercussions of being a brat. So he's just getting the damn Buick or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him.
But I feel bad for him because little baby needs his handheld.
Little baby needs a daddy.
Little baby needs a daddy. Rain Man. That should what the tagline. Little baby needs a daddy.
That's not bad. What's he doing? Talking to somebody with an adding machine?
Do you remember those?
Is this Walbrook?
Yes.
Excuse me. Is this Walbrook? Excuse me.
I do too.
Okay.
Karina and I are feuding. Why do we always feud?
It's fun.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm creeped out
Is Tom? Wow.
by this movie. He is.
He's not gonna do anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, he's stealing your patient or inmate or whatever they are there.
I know. I don't understand
Renter?
the housing.
What? Yeah.
Like you just drop your kid off. Sounds like an American Horror Story
Seriously.
season.
Is that real? I mean, I guess it was. I believe it's real. I'm just wondering, was that still real in the 80s?
And he's stolen.
And the French girlfriend's totally cool with this?
Well, she's probably stolen too.
She's still her in France.
Yeah. Rain Man can count.
He's a super counter.
He's a mathematician at counting.
He's Sesame Street's the Count.
Yeah.
Have they gotten close yet?
Yeah, you can see mountains.
Okay. Alright. Alright, fair enough.
We only have an hour left.
This movie's flying along.
Oh, God.
We learned in the first scene that Tom Cruise is an asshole, and that's still true. And we learned in the third scene that Dustin Hoffman has magic autism, and that's still true.
And Tom Cruise
What's he doing now?
claps really well.
Oh, he's a good clapper. If there were any lights around on the clapper, they'd turn on and off real good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we had motels back then.
Yeah. I thought that was a new thing.
It was at the time. See how the lights still work?
Oh, and they had pools.
That was actually the toilet.
Oh, that makes more sense for back then.
Yeah, it didn't flush, so they had to make it nice and big.
You are beautiful, man.
Hell yeah, just fucking forget about it. Peel out.
No way!
I love this.
Oh my
Tom got
God.
so excited he had to do a little drift to get out of that Kentucky Derby restaurant parking lot.
Some of all the needless bullshit.
Yeah.
Gotta get there 1/10 of a second sooner. The fact that they're wearing matching suits adds a whole dimension to this that is super weird.
Yeah, I don't know why why did Tom Cruise first sell his watch and make them wear nice suits just to go to a casino in Las Vegas?
That's the part that I don't understand.
And then he needs all this money, but for some weird reason, he bought a very expensive suite.
Oh, they comp the suite.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. If you win a shit ton of money, they give you a room so you'll stay and keep gambling.
Oh.
Yeah, baby, the way Vegas works.
Ooh, I didn't know you were the mama of Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Stop clapping.
Clapping, Jesus Christ. No.
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 No. Don't. No.
Oh, this is so fucked.
This is so fucked up. The end.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. They should have called this movie Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans?
Ray-Ban? Oh, I get it. Because
Because he wears a lot of Ray-Bans.
Ah!
Yeah. It sounds like Raymond.
They should have called it Ray Tan. This Rain Man is making me feel less funny.
They should have called it Spray Tan.
Spray Tan! Yes! Rain Man, I can figure from a kiss from a rose on a grave.
Rain Man.
Say goodbye on that train.
Midnight train to Rain Man.
Fucking A, dude. Just.
Yeah, play some African music.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Bye bye.
I guess because it's Rain Man and they think maybe
Because the rain's down in Africa?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell
Watched-
yeah.
And then he watched the train drive away, just like we did. And then what happened?
And cut.
And then he what?
And cut. There you go.
He stood there for 2 weeks because he's autistic. Savant. What the fuck?
What? What?
And now in old lady's shoes.
Oh.
Oh, it's all the pictures that he took with his camera because he's an artist.
Yes.
You know? Do we care about these pictures?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't feel like looking at Rain Man's picture.
I don't either. I don't feel like looking at this Rain Man picture at all. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so,
We did it. We made it through.
so most of it, we didn't watch all the credits.
No. We didn't want to see Rain Man's pictures.
Rain Man definitely took a lot of pictures. Oh my god. Okay, so now do you know the impression?
Was it?
It's the definitely, somebody just going definitely, very good driver.
Oh.
People do that.
That's the impression.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe the impression is like really like offensive when it's like when he's freaking out.
No. You would.
I don't know why.
If someone just out of context started hitting themselves in the head and screaming,
I thought, and calling themselves Rain Man. I don't know.
You'd be like curious. What's that from? What are you doing?
I don't know why I thought.
Are you doing a bit? Like,
So it's definitely I'm a good driver.
yeah, or whatever. Or people just trying to like say and sound like him.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the thing from that movie isn't someone clapping. Like that.
I am Tom Cruise and I hate you.
Yeah, come on, get in the car.
Get it. I hate women.
Yeah. Snap.
I'm surprised. Okay, I thought I knew this movie. And it betrayed me. Because I saw it when I was a kid, and when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, there's funny things that happen in it.
Right.
But I think it needs a recap, because I don't think anybody's rewatched this movie since 1988.
Yeah.
And,
There's a lot of problematic. But the thing is,
I mean, not like terribly, just vaguely.
yeah, or just like.
Creepy.
First of all, it's just way too long.
It sucks.
It's just so fucking long.
We spend a lot of time looking at things that we don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like a whole day passed where they just didn't want to go outside because of the rain.
Yeah.
And that lasted for like 30 minutes, what felt like 30 minutes.
There was no character development other than we learned that Tom Cruise drinks Pepto.
Yeah, and that he like...
Which he doesn't do in the rest of the movie.
And motels exist.
That's true. That was a big important development. You didn't know that motels were that old.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
So, the plot. Tom Cruise sells cars that fall off of boats.
I didn't know what his...
I don't know exactly what he does.
Car guy that resells cars. I thought at first maybe he stole cars.
Maybe. I mean, he works out of a dingy warehouse.
With two other people.
Where he yells at a guy and claps in his face, and then he makes his girlfriend do things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then... And he kidnaps...
Well, first his dad dies.
Oh, first his dad dies, yeah.
And he has to go, deal with that. But he's he doesn't give a shit because he's Tom Cruise and he's broken.
Yeah, and then it's like his dad didn't love him. It's like daddy problems.
Yeah,
like,
it's serious daddy issues.
Yeah.
Like, he was... Maybe that was his job. Maybe he was a stripper and he couldn't get anybody to come into that strip club.
It was just so dingy.
It was so dingy. He's like, we got to class the joint up with some more cars.
I need $80,000.
I need $80,000 for the cars, and nobody's going to watch me take off this weird suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his dad dies, and then he doesn't get the money because they hated each other. He got some rose bushes. That was funny.
Oh, that's
a car.
Yeah, a car that he never got to drive.
Yeah.
And then he stole.
So then
he goes to
the money. Who gets the money?
The beneficiary, which is the brother, but really it's the hospital.
I guess it's the hospital.
Yeah, because it's really that older guy who's like the lead of the hospital who gets it.
Yeah,
who's the caregiver of
whatever
Raymond.
his name, Bill the boring mustache.
Yeah,
Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill. Yeah, he looks like the Monopoly guy.
But he talks like the Monopoly guy's accountant.
Yeah.
He was the least charismatic actor in the history of cinema.
I hated him. I
Yeah.
really liked the casino guy, though.
The casino guy was pretty good. Yeah. He made that joke about
He did.
odds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
You really liked that.
That's really funny.
I was like, yeah, and then you're like, you get it?
Yeah. I was immediately, I had to be like, right? We both
Yeah.
saw that, right?
We
'Cause that
did see it.
was
It was a
classic.
casino thing.
Oh my god. Anyway, it turns out he has an older brother who's living there, and his older brother has non-specific super autism.
They call it idiot savant,
Yes.
which,
Well, they call it that sort of, and then they also keep referring to it as autism, but it's not recognizably what I think we call.
autism.
I guess maybe it's a form of it, but it's not like, you know, the kids you've seen on TV shows who have autism or what. Like, it's severe to the point of like he's what's the word?
He's
Magical?
genius level.
Yes. At whatever they need him to be genius at.
Yeah.
He's like a really good drawer.
Really good with numbers.
Really good with numbers. Really good at memorizing a phone book,
Yeah.
which has nothing to do with numbers.
Yeah, I guess it has memorizing the phone numbers of...
Sort of, but he
People.
memorized the names too.
Yeah, and the address. He was...
What was his thing? I mean,
Who
usually-
was Rain Man? They should make a follow-up movie like who Rain Man really was.
Right. I
Yeah.
looked it up out of desperation, and apparently it is based on somebody, and sure, fine. But it felt like for the movie's sake, they just kept giving him whatever superpowers he needed
Yeah.
to help them out of, well, to make a joke, honestly. He was just comic relief.
Yeah, there's a lot of comic like relief from him mainly. And I feel like
Yeah.
some of the jokes they did were like maybe wouldn't be okay now in this context, but I don't know. I feel like this movie was about an idiot, ignorant guy who doesn't know about disabilities or
Yeah, we're talking about Tom Cruise, by the way.
Tom Cruise.
Not
yeah,
not
Dustin
Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. I mean, Tom said it.
It's true.
But I feel like Tom Cruise is just like a stereotypical ignorant dude.
He's
And so I guess the movie is supposed to feel a little uncomfortable. I guess now, at least.
Yeah, I mean, the part where he's an asshole and acts like an asshole, that's uncomfortable, but I get it. Like,
Yeah.
What's uncomfortable to me about the movie is the way in which, like, we're supposed to be mad at how Dustin Hoffman exploits his brother in the casino, although not really.
Yeah.
I think I got mad about it, but everybody else seemed to be like, oh, that was clever.
Right. Oh, how Dustin Hoffman
Yeah,
said that they
card counting.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, good use of autism.
Right.
But like the movie exploits him just as much, you know?
Yeah.
I thought.
I thought it did too. I mean, there
This
were...
won Best Screenplay, Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Picture.
Jesus.
And that was Dustin Hoffman who got the Best Actor, not Tom Cruise. In case
Yeah.
he's not,
Yeah.
not Tom Cruise. Anyway, yeah. Okay, we didn't recap him. Okay, so the brother is worth $3 million to Tom Cruise.
And Tom really needs, like, money.
Yeah, it's for his stripper car business.
Yeah.
So he kidnaps Dustin Hoffman, like flat out kidnaps him.
Yeah. Like, he's like, you want... He does that thing, like, I have a candy in my van kind of thing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Almost. You didn't use candy, but yeah.
Yeah. And then they want to get, Tom Cruise needs to get to LA to get back to his business. And
Yeah, because they can't cut a check without him there or something.
right,
Yeah.
and they can't like do things over the phone. I didn't understand why.
Right.
None of that exterior stuff made any sense. Like the business thing, I don't even know what his business was. Didn't make any sense. How he had money to pay.
They barely
Yeah.
tried to make that make sense.
Yeah.
Like the movie was just like, something vaguely with cars. And he's
Right.
an asshole, so you know it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they were just like, this is a yeah. They want to get onto the plane, but then Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man,
Yeah.
is scared.
Because he's memorized every plane crash in existence.
Yeah.
He's like the Kat Ramzinski of plane crashes.
Yeah. He can just like, he doesn't need to even do like a Google search. He's
just like, yeah, I've done all the facts on planes that are serial killers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to recite them right now.
Yeah. And then Dustin Hoffman and Tom do a road trip.
Yeah.
And that was like the whole movie was the road trip.
They go through a lot of hotel rooms, and you'd think that Tom Cruise would slowly get nicer over the course of the road trip, but he doesn't. He stays an asshole all the way up until Vegas.
Yeah. And he's kind of an asshole, like...
In Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's actually an asshole in the last scene of the movie.
I thought so, too.
When he's literally arguing with the guy without even hearing what the deal is.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise is an asshole.
Tom Cruise is an asshole.
Wow.
You're vampire den. Tom Cruise is an asshole. Sorry, the lights went out in Karina's vampire den.
Well, I was going to
I thought she was going to eat
now
me.
I can't.
Yeah, that was like Tom Cruise was just like an asshole throughout this whole entire thing, and and I feel like there were parts where we were supposed, like, I feel like Tom was supposed to be like the regular guy, like everybody like us.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, at least me, I could relate to some parts of Tom, but not the whole Tom Cruise.
Let's break this down then, like percentage wise. Give me the Tom that's inside of you.
The Tom inside of me is that like feisty, get a little heated when things don't go my way.
Yeah.
Tom, that's like a little sprinkle of like a 10%.
10%?
I like to think of myself as like a 15% Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I can see it.
And then the other side.
Do you wear sunglasses?
I do wear sunglasses, but I don't do the ones that black out your eyes. I like the color
call it 12%.
ones. Okay. Fuck. And then, I mean, that's basically all the Tom I have in me.
Okay, so the rest of the Tom.
The rest of the Tom is left with him, which is the saying like bewildering, shitty things to people with special needs, and then wanting other people to feel bad for me, but never being like, man, let me apologize to this person for calling you retarded. Instead, let me just buy you some like cheese puffs. But maybe that's how it works.
Maybe that is how life works. Maybe we're the ones who haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Tom Cruise got it all on cruise control. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says mean things. His girlfriend leaves him. And why did she come back? Did she come back because they won money at the casino?
I don't even know why she came back. She just showed up out of nowhere.
She came back to rape his brother.
Right, yeah. That was super weird. That elevator scene.
Yeah, this happens. Okay, anyway, they end up in Vegas. Tom teaches his brother Raymond how to count cards in the casino so they can rip off the casino. They do. Good job.
Yeah, good job, Tom.
And then, like, his girlfriend shows back up after leaving him at the beginning when she realized that he was a kidnapper and an asshole.
Yeah.
Both of which she should have seen coming from the first scene.
Yeah.
And then, she shows back up, takes this savant, mentally disabled person to a date. They all think this is great fun, that he's going to go on a date.
On a date.
Which doesn't happen, but... And then on the way back in the elevator, she pulls the emergency button on the elevator so she can dance with him and then kisses him, and he has no clue
idea what's going on.
What the fuck is going on?
It was very uncomfortable because you were like, she's like a good little voice.
She was the compassionate person.
Not a good little voice, like a good little girl, but she was a good voice.
She was the voice of compassion.
Yes.
To Tom Cruise's asshole at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, and now she's basically just kissing a special needs man without his consent, or really without
his ability to consent.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on.
You are not doing him. It's played as if, and this is where I think the movie is dated in its conception of like what it means to be whatever that level of autistic is. It's played as if she did him a big ass favor.
Yeah.
And was doing something very sweet. And then when he blurts out that happens later in the little like final negotiation, everybody's sort of like, hey, way to go, buddy. You know?
Yeah.
The doctors don't react with like.
Did you like the kiss? I don't know why the doctor asked. How did it feel?
The kiss?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a feminist movie.
No. But hey, a real feminist can handle it.
Yeah, is she the only woman in the whole movie besides the hooker in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, there was the one waitress that he
yeah,
her phone number, and she wasn't creeped out by that either.
Right. She was just like, you're a funny guy. A clever guy is what she said.
Clever girl.
Yeah. Because whenever a guy memorizes your stuff, you're
number,
like, hey, clever.
Yeah. Hey, wow, all 7 digits.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And my address.
I didn't even know my phone number, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild movie. And I guess the ending was that Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman, like, Tom Cruise realized that, like, really probably, I don't even know if he realized it, but it seemed like he was just like, okay, I guess kind of attitude, where it was like, I guess you can go, like, stay with them, and then I'll just come and visit you.
Well, yeah, Tom Cruise starts fighting for custody of Ray, not because he wants the $3 million, although it becomes kind of clear that he's not going to get it no matter what the fuck he does.
Yeah.
But because he just wants his pet brother forever. Yeah. And he does. He treats him like a pet.
Yeah.
It's like, I adopted this really difficult dog, and we're, like, sort of chill now. Like, he lets me pet him, and he doesn't try to bite me.
And I feel good about myself for doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel amazing, and I really want this heavy responsibility of this clearly dangerous dog.
So I can say what a good person I am.
Right. That's his character arc.
Yeah.
He goes from an asshole to a self-serving asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Anyway, he fails.
Yeah.
Because this movie is based in some sort of reality.
Yeah.
And they take
Dustin
back to Cincinnati or wherever, and
he gets on an Amtrak, which is funny that Tom Cruise didn't think of taking an Amtrak in the beginning.
Well, he had that car. What's he gonna do
right.
with the car?
Oh, that's true.
That's all he had of his phone.
And it would have been maybe way less more interesting.
It would have
way less more interesting. Sorry, Rain Man really fucked me up.
It fucked both of us. The movie would have taken less time, so that would have been a boon.
That's true.
That would have been great. And for all we know, like, actually, trains are really dangerous. I hope he's okay. Maybe there's a sequel where Dustin Hoffman just freaks out and dies on the train.
They made it like 30 years later. They're like,
God.
The train's been going for 30 years.
Can you imagine a Rain Man 2? And it's just like Tom Cruise.
Train Man.
And Tom Cruise just like kidnaps him off the train like Billy the Kid style.
They should do a Mission Impossible like crossover with Rain Man where
he extracts him from a train and pulls him into a helicopter so he can fly into Mexico to drink tequila.
Yeah.
and shoot a gun.
Yeah, teach him how to shoot, yeah.
And gets him involved in the drug trade because he's really good at like figuring out, margin.
Yeah. Oh, that's the paper guy, Rain Man.
Yeah. Breaking Brad or
Breaking Brad. I want to see that though.
Brad. That's Rain Man has a kid
named Brad.
By himself. He doesn't have sex with him. He just spurts a kid because that's part of his autism.
Is that's why he's a savant?
Yeah, because he's like a seahorse. Is that how seahorses?
Yeah, seahorses usually are the ones that get pregnant. The male ones.
Yeah, they get pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's a seahorse, and that explains why he likes baseball.
Have you been watching? What happened to you? What baseball team are you watching that are all seahorses?
The Miami Seahorses.
Oh.
They're famous.
I didn't know that.
They win lots of games.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh. God damn it.
I'm just paying you back.
Yeah.
God, any chance.
Any chance. God forbid.
I don't like this movie. I don't like the relationships in it. I don't like the way that people treat each other, and I don't want to think about it anymore.
I probably wouldn't watch it again.
I would never.
Yeah.
Well, first, it's too slow and long.
Yeah.
And there's like there's funny parts, but the funny parts make me uncomfortable because it's always Dustin Hoffman's character who's the comedic relief, and he doesn't know he's being funny.
Yeah.
And look, I like laughing at somebody who has no idea they're being funny as much as the next awful comedian. But I'm not going to do it about a mentally handicapped person.
Yeah, and also if you're going to do that, maybe make other people also funny.
Right.
Where it's not always the funny guy is the special needs guy.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was not funny.
No, Tom Cruise was just a fucking asshole the whole time.
Unless you think being an asshole the whole time is really funny.
Oh yeah, I mean I could see maybe some dudes
Yeah, some dudes.
being like oh,
just sucking a dick.
choking on their fucking dick, choking on their own dick.
The whole just looking up every once in a while and pointing at Tom Cruise and going right back to downtown.
Yeah, they're like, Stacey won't give me a blowjob. I guess I'll watch Rain Man and give my own self
like a good seahorse.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I mean, this is like a cultural movie. Like everybody, it's a famous movie. It's the peak of Dustin Hoffman's career.
Was this the peak?
I mean, he won Best Actor.
Oh, that's
I don't
true.
think
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty huge. Definitely.
Be pretty peaky. I
Yeah.
don't think he's won it for any.
Anything before that.
He was in Midnight Cowboy, which we watched for this podcast, and I think he was like Best Supporting Actor in that, maybe.
But this
I
was
think
like
is the big
main
one.
big one.
Yeah. And it's kind of sad that he got it for playing a role that today reads as, and I don't know, I don't work with mentally challenged people. I don't know if there's,
Yeah.
we looked it up during the movie because I was like, this just doesn't jibe right with my understanding of what autism is, but then most autism isn't this severe.
Yeah.
And it looks like we don't consider this, or it's not talked about as autism so much anymore as savant syndrome, which is like a 1 in a million thing, not like a, I don't know, what is
Everyday
autism?
thing.
1 in
Like,
probably 10,000, something
yeah.
you'd encounter in life. You don't know tons of people with it, but it happens.
Yeah.
This is more like, oh,
That's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a once in a generation person.
Which was like, I feel like they could get away with that if you watch that now and
Yeah.
but if you knew that, like if you looked it up, because I don't know if many people knew that this was like based off an actual person and syndrome that is 1 in a million.
1 in a million. Yeah, from what I remember from this movie is that it was everybody in America's introduction to autism. And when I was growing up, what we thought autism was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Somebody who's really good at something, and because of that, they suck at everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That was literally the way like America absorbed the idea of what autism was until Jenny McCarthy. When we went, oh, it's polio vaccines.
Oh, yeah.
No, until like this, I would say, I don't know when, but like 2000s.
Wow.
You know, because in the 80s and 90s, nobody talked about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's kind of disturbing
Yeah.
that an entire fairly, not common, but like, not common for a severe
Right. But
issue. It's a common issue.
yeah.
Got mischaracterized as a 1 in a million type.
It got
thing.
characterized as a Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the Elephant Man, everybody watching the Elephant Man and going, oh, that's Down syndrome. Like, no.
No. No.
No, I can see how if you know absolutely nothing, it looks like that, but no, that's not how that works. You know, yeah. And also, that was weird that in the movie, at the institution he was at, it was him and just people with Down syndrome.
Right.
Those aren't
In the same.
that was like, it was like a home for Down syndrome, and they threw Dustin Hoffman in there. It's not the same
Yeah.
kind of day-to-day needs.
Right.
Is it?
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so. Unless it's just like a lost home where like people with everybody has a disability, because it seemed like maybe other people had. I don't know. Like it was just there's a weird gray area.
Yeah, that was the part that was the most dated about this. The most 30 years oldness about this movie was like the idea of a home being the best place for all these like kind of discarded children.
Yeah.
And like that's the point of the movie, is that the home was the best place for him. And like it's a very good one. It's a very nice hospital.
Right, it's the best
But, like,
home in the
that's the best
country.
thing you can do for your like autistic or Down syndrome. That's not the way we think about that anymore.
No.
I don't think. Unless you
No.
have somebody with severe non-functioning, like, needs caretaking.
But most people even like
But most people
outsource
don't.
those needs and like
In-house.
in-house. Yeah. In-house those. Yeah.
Because, like, family connections are, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're getting into territory I don't know anything about, but I'm still, like, weirdly bothered by it because it just feels wrong.
It did feel wrong. There are a lot of there were definitely points in this movie that felt wrong or just portrayed in a way that we don't look at anymore.
Yeah.
Now. So that gave it that datedness of it.
Definitely, the kiss in the elevator was along those lines.
Right.
I think that read as like, all right, you go.
Yeah.
This is awesome. He
Right,
finally
like-
gets his reward.
Right, or it's like,
Yeah.
oh, look how nice she is for knowing like what he really wants, you know?
God, he really didn't want any of that to happen.
No,
He
I know.
wanted to go on the elevator ride.
But that's like what a thing I thought. It's like
Yeah.
maybe he like actually really, you know, he doesn't know what a woman is. He just thinks it's like this sparkly, that pretty sparkly girl.
Yeah.
And maybe he's like wants that, and so it was just all over the place.
Or maybe this movie's brilliant. And we're supposed to
And
feel
this
like...
movie is like Big Fish.
Where did Big Fish come from?
I don't know. I just thought of it.
I thought that was maybe like your favorite. Like, that's the smartest movie ever. Big Fish.
I love that movie. For a
So
long-
many layers. I love that movie too, but like I wouldn't hold it up as like the paragon of intellectual cinema.
No. Okay, maybe I would, Karina.
Okay. I don't know, but maybe it's so brilliant and Dustin Hoffman is so good that we're supposed to feel like everybody doesn't understand him and he's fucked by everybody in this movie, and
Yeah.
because that's what I walked away with.
That's true. I think I walked away from Rain Man
Period.
needing to shit. Just kidding. I think I walked away from Rain Man feeling bad for Dustin Hoffman because he doesn't get to live with his brother, which even though their connection was so strange, it seemed like Rain Man wanted to be with his brother a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that
at least
weird.
he got to do new shit.
Yeah.
But then, like, he didn't really want to do new shit. Now I'm starting to, like, kind of like this movie. Or at least appreciate the dilemma of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Tom Cruise sucks.
Tom Cruise sucks.
I mean, regardless of the connection he forged with his brother, his character in this movie sucks balls.
Balls.
Yeah, big ones.
And I started off being like, Tom Cruise is such a good actor, look at him go. But then the things that he was good at were not
I hate him.
appropriate for this movie. Being confident and aggressive.
Actually, the first shot in the movie is of his balls, so
Yeah.
like, there's that.
Yeah. And clapping in a woman's face.
I can't believe this was rated R.
Yeah.
Was it rated R for, like, don't do that to Rita?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm cutting that out.
Yeah, it was rated R for don't do that to retards.
Christina Parrish, thank you for watching this movie with
Thank
me.
you for letting me
Well,
watch
you
Rain
know,
Man.
This was a movie that tackled a very complex subject in an inappropriate way. You have a movie coming out.
Yeah.
What's it about?
My movie is called Call Me Brother, and it's
Yeah.
about incest.
Great.
And I hope that in 20, 30 years from now, someone came across my movie and decided to sit down and watch it with a friend and do a podcast, and then afterwards they talk about how maybe it's a little bit problematic.
It's winning awards all over the country. It's playing here later this year.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not doing it
hoping
yet,
for later this year, early next year.
Get on the socials, the
it.
social meets, and look up Call Me Brother and follow it because you're going to want to watch this movie when it comes out.
Yeah, or if you live in Arizona,
Yeah?
yeah, it'll be playing at the end of September.
Well, there you go, all you Arizonans. I hate you. I'm sorry about how in the last episode I said we should get rid of Arizona as a state and burn it to the ground. But if you're still listening, there's a good movie coming at you
I love that.
in about a month.
Burn to the ground, but also before you go, watch
Yeah.
an incest movie.
You know, honestly, if you're going to die,
yeah.
die with a smile on your face. Is there anything else you'd like to plug?
And an awkward tingle in your pickle.
Oh God.
No, that's it. That's all.
Right.
That's all that's going on.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you,
fantastic.
Karina.
Thank you. We'll be back next week. Rate us on whatever you're listening to us on. So, like, if you're listening to us on a Sony Walkman, like, just draw 5 stars on it. I'm serious. Like, we really need more ratings and support out there in the world. Wow, that sounded sad. I feel really sad about this whole project right now.
No!
Gotta go.
Rain Man did something to you.
It fucked me up. Oh my god. Thanks, everybody. Bye.